Hello! Today we are going to be taking a look at this absolutely beautiful power station from company called Goal Zero, model Yeti 200X. This is something that I wanted to purchase from extremely long time, and that's because it is a middleman in between of Yeti 100 AC, the Sherpa that I presented you on my channel, and also between Yeti 500X, which is a pretty beefy station, and also the older generation Yeti 400, so I will show you, compare them side by side. And this Yeti 200 watt-hour station will basically fill the gap when you need something more than 100 and less than the 500. And here you can read the specification if you would be interested. We've got our modern USB-C port that are supporting power delivery. We've got AC inverter, 120 watts, so it's going to be good for like a laptop charger or like a power tools. We've got 187 watt-hour capacity of our battery, and we've got almost 2.3 kilogram of weight, and of course we've got a MPPT solar input. So let's take a look what else we've got. And if you would be interested, here you can read more. Let's take a look what we've got here. Looks like we are going to get our power brick. So here we've got our beautiful included power supply. It is 16 volt, 3 amp. And it's being ended with our Goal Zero plug. And of course you can reuse it any device. So this is why I'm purchasing the Goal Zero stuff, because it's creating nice ecosystem. Let's take a look what we've got here. Here we've got a lot of different adapters for different countries. So most likely I will never need to use it. And let's take a look at our station. So I can tell you right now that the size of that station is really amazing. It is a small unit. Just take a look and compare it to my hand. That part is made out of metal because I can feel it's being cold to touch. The top is being plastic. It is flat, which is absolutely beautiful because we can stand something on top. When we take a look at the bottom, we can see that we've got those feet, and looks like they are in the exactly same spot. So if we've got a second station, they most likely fit there and will create an extremely nice tower. And let's take a look at the specification. Here you are welcome to take a look at the specification. What is interested from our point of view is that our 12 volt port is being actually regulated. So most likely through all discharge process, the voltage is going to be constant. So if you've got like a DC fridge, then it's going to be absolutely beautiful, or like a light, because they are not going to be dimming as the battery is going to be discharged. And yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. And we've got 60 watts on the USB-C PD port. What is quite interesting is that this panel is being divided into two sides. Here, for example, we've got our 12 volt output, and we've got beautiful cigarette lighter output. Inside we've got a ceramic insert, which is absolutely beautiful. And here we've got also DC output for like a Goal Zero lights. Then we've got our input and output USB CPD port. We've got our display. We've got our AC inverter, but we do not have input for our solar system. And that's because the input is on the back. So it is quite interesting. Here we are going to be plugging our blue input. This is great. I had to go back and take a look what kind of power we can accept using the rear 8mm port, and looks like we can grab 100 watt. So this is pretty decent. And let's try to power on our device. So here we've got our display that is currently off. Let me remove it. And let's try to power it on. So how to do it? And as you can see, it power on and we've got a power. In that port, we've got 100%. And let's take a look what kind of voltage we've got regulated here. Let's try to measure our regulated output. So here probe go into center and into the shell. And I'm reading 13.6 volt, which is absolutely beautiful. This is exactly what you would like to see. So let's imagine that we are in field and we would like to recharge battery for our power tool. And here I've got this absolutely beautiful, genuine Bosch car charger. Yes, this is genuine DC model. This is not something that someone was rigged up. This is genuine Bosch product. And we can plug it here directly into our DC output. We've got a steady green LED. We are grabbing our beautiful battery, we are dropping it in, and as you can see, we are recharging. So yeah, this is exactly what we want. I had to check the user manual, and that's because I was unable to figure out how to display how much power that I'm actually drawing. And looks like there is no possibility. The display is only going to be indicating how much capacity is left. So I would say this is a really downgrade, because on the Sherpa 100 AC, I've got indication in watt that was telling me exactly how much power I'm pulling in or pushing out. So yeah, this is something that I do not like. And the second one, while I'm using the DC port, the back fan is spinning. And to be honest, it is pretty loud. Let's try to check our AC output. Here I've got a beautiful power drill charger from Parkside. And we are going to be connecting it here. And I will try to run our inverter. And let's see. We've got a power indicator, and I will slide our battery, and as you can see, we are recharging. So this is our beautiful setup. Just take a look how it's presenting. Just imagine that we've got it in field. Yeah, that's going to be a beautiful one. I can clearly hear that the fan speed have changed. So there must be some sort of thermal control. Currently, it is totally cool. And just imagine that we are in field and we are going to be undoing solar panel like this. We are going to be plugging like that. And by the way, you can watch my other video how I'm rigging up this cable. And we are going to be plugging ourselves here, just like that. So this is how it would look if we would be in field. You tell me, is it looking professional or not? And let's compare it with different devices. Here, for example, we've got a vintage Sherpa 50 that I absolutely love. And here you can see the size difference. So yeah, of course, the Sherpa 50 is going to be smaller. Here we've got Sherpa 100 AC, and on that angle we can see that we've got pretty the same footprint, but of course, if we compare them like that, they are totally different. And of course, this is a bigger unit. So let's compare it across something bigger. And here we've got a vintage Gold Zero 400. And yes, it is as heavy because we've got lead acid battery, and here you can compare them side by side, so the difference is pretty massive. And of course we cannot put it like this because we are blocking the vent, but just for a moment, just take a look what is the difference. The difference is amazing. That one can be lifted by one finger, like by a female, or by like a elder person. This is definitely too heavy, but we are going to be using it for our experiment. So let me present why I like stuff from the Goal Zero. That's because here we've got the power supply that was included, and as you can see it is a 48 watt. But through all this time I've got a different power supply from different unit, and this is a 60 watt. So we can plug it here, we can start our inverter, and here I like that we've got our display because it is really useful tool for all sorts of diagnostic. And right now we are pulling 10 watts, and this should be subtracted because this is our idle current, and let's see what will happen when I plug it in. And keep in mind that we are still using those two devices, and let's see what will happen. We can see that we clearly have got the MPPT because the power is changing, so it's probing and checking what the power supply can do, and when it should detect when it's overcurrenting, it should backpedal a little bit. So as you can see, we are pulling around 90 watts, and this is totally okay because we've got the power losses on the inverter and here. But on that unit we've got our beautiful icon that is indicating that we are charging. So to be honest, I really much enjoy that type of display when I see how much power is going in. Here I do not have really that information. And let me present you that tiny OLED screen. When we plug ourselves here, you will be able to see in couple seconds that we are beautifully reading our power. So that type of screen, to be honest, I enjoy much more. Of course, our test cannot be completed without checking the USB-C PD port. So here I've got the Thunderbolt cable, and this is my go-to while testing anything that is power related. I never had any issue with those type of cable handling up to 100 watt. So let me close it down. I will plug ourselves here. We are going to be attaching there, and I will turn our USB port. We've got the icon, and let's see what's going on. We are injecting, let's take a look, 56 watt into that Sherpa 100 AC. So it is working absolutely beautiful. Let's try the opposite way. So I will plug here, and if everything is correct, then we should be recharging our Yeti 200X from this unit. And let's see, we've got 53 watt going from our Sherpa 100 AC. Can you see this? I deeply believe you can. And we are recharging, just take a look. Absolutely beautiful. I deeply believe that our another test should be in field, cooking something on our beautiful 12 volt pan and recharging the same time using this beautiful solar panel. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you find it interesting. See you next time, and bye bye.